Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chosen Podcast. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 10, and we're in the studio, Dan.
We're professional now.
Yeah.
We've made it.
Moving up in the world. Yeah, getting paid. No, we're not getting paid just yet. But,
Who's paying us?
Yeah. Maybe soon. But guys, before we get into the channel, the episode, sorry, like, comment, and subscribe, and join into the conversation, please. We want to hear from you. This is the last episode of this series, so we're going to end up with a banger. We've got a few topics to talk about. And let's get straight into it, Dan.
Let's do it.
Let's
do it.
Oh, by the way, before Chosen Podcast t-shirts, what we saying?
We've made it. We definitely made it in life, Mark.
Yeah.
And also for the people on Spotify, please follow, because obviously you can't like and subscribe and all of that stuff. Please follow.
Please. Thank you for listening.
And also, 33% of you who are watching on YouTube are not subscribed. So please drop a subscription if you can.
Yeah.
But it also means 67%, Mark, are subscribed. So
which is
that's
amazing.
Pretty good.
It's a great stat. So thank you guys that do. But those that aren't, it's criminal offence. So please do. It's free. No, I'm joking. Do what you want. But follow us.
But
so, yeah. So, mate, let's talk about the journey so far. This is 10th week, 10th episode. How are you feeling?
Can I just point out one fact as well?
What?
It's really weird sitting opposite you. So normally, as you know, we do it on Zoom.
Yeah.
So I just look at you on Zoom, and
Yeah.
it's just well weird just having you in front of me now.
We're
just trying to point
mate,
out.
This is just going to be a podcast. Just
laughing. Laughing at it.
Yeah.
No, this is cool. This is really good.
This is the first time we've met, really.
Yeah. I don't actually know this guy. Just to tell you that it's been 20 years. Just don't know who he is. No. So the journey so far. So. What did we start about 11 weeks ago? We missed a week.
We had the conversation about 11 weeks ago or something.
So I think we it was very quick though, wasn't it? So we saw Mark thinking of doing a podcast. Yeah, cool. Kind of set up then, wasn't it? We were kind of done. I think it's gone a lot better than I thought it would go. I think our channel's got about 2,500 views,
which is brilliant.
Got a lot of watch hours. I think it's into 70 hours now.
Yeah.
That's huge, man, for us, I think.
Yeah.
That's not including Spotify. That's harder to
course.
read Spotify for some reason.
And I think the fact that we went into this sort of like we wanted just to enjoy it. Obviously, people watching it and stuff would be fantastic, but we wanted to enjoy this more so than like, oh, let's do it. Let's probably go into it. Obviously, we want to do a good job, but we didn't think that we'd get the watch hours that we have or the subscribers that we have at the moment. And I think that, I mean, personally, bro, I've really enjoyed the journey so far. It's been really fun.
I think we've always said, like, we don't do this for viewers. We don't do it for subscribers. But there is that motivation as well behind it. And it is good when you see things doing good views. And,
it's always nice, isn't it?
So it's kind of like, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because you don't do it for that, but that also drives you to do better.
Sort of get hooked on that
as
when
well,
you see a video do well or something.
It's hard, isn't it? Because people say, oh, we don't do it for that, and which we don't, but that is like a major driver as well,
But if you can sub, that would be fantastic.
Absolutely.
So, but where do you want it to go?
Oh, man, like, if it stayed the same, right, and we just got consistent views every week we post, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Obviously, you want the big time, and you want to be the big podcast.
You'd be in denial to say that if you didn't say that.
Yeah, because I feel like you don't just do these things just for yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Which we have, but there is an end goal, isn't it?
There's a percentage of you that wants to get, like, imagine we get like 1 million views.
Yeah, of course. Of course, 100%. But the one thing that I'd say we have tried to avoid, I think, is clickbait. We haven't really clickbaited anything.
Well,
there is one or two, obviously.
I was going to say, we've got KSI, Logan Paul, Jack.
Okay, we're clickbaiters.
Yeah, we ain't avoided it at all,
but
mate.
in fairness, we've used their pictures. We haven't clickbaited titles, which I find gets really annoying. Because I watch a lot of videos and it's like, I just watched 20 minutes and you clickbaited me, so... I feel like
for like a little like 10-second segment. It's
and it's like you really went to town for that one, which we definitely did in our last thumbnail with Jack Mate. Jack Mate, help us out, please.
But hey.
So of course, I mean, everyone wants to hit the big time, don't they?
Of course,
but it's not about money, and I don't know. It's just continue to do it as long as we enjoy
Yeah.
it, man. Once the enjoyment goes, what's the point?
Mm.
You know, so as long as we're
Yeah, I
enjoying
agree.
it, yeah, man. So for me, I'm happy as we are.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you always want more.
Of
Everyone
course,
wants
you
more,
want to work
you know?
towards something, didn't it? And if it pays off, it pays off. But I think the same as you, mate. I think the common thing at the moment that I've seen is that we have a small group of people, and that's not a bad thing. A small group, but a small group of people that are watching our episodes every week, getting involved with the conversation, whether that's like commenting on the video or texting us separately. There's like a set of people that are tuning in every week, and do you know what? For me, man, that means more than just like, I think we've had this conversation before. Aside from the podcast, that means more to me than 1,000 people watching and not really knowing what's going on. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the whole point of this podcast is for people to join in with the conversation, and that's what we want to do. We want to interact with you guys at home, whether it's through Spotify or YouTube, whatever it may be, Instagram, Twitter, all them ones. I think just building a community of people that just want to chat and enjoy the chat as well, whether it be a debate or something that we all agree on. I think that for me is where I want it to go, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with the if you get 10,000 views but they all watch 5 seconds, what's the point?
well, exactly.
You know, you kind of want. I take small numbers to have people watching the whole thing or listening to the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
But a YouTube definitely does better than Spotify, and we had this discussion before, didn't we? That I think people prefer watching
I think
videos than listening.
I think that's just the way that society's going.
Yeah,
man, isn't it?
I think
mean, podcasts are great to listen to in the background. I know some of the people that we talk about that they have it in the background, and Spotify's great for that. But it is something about watching it on YouTube and seeing how we react with each other and whatever. And I think there's definitely like a need for that, I think, within society and people.
I prefer watching any podcast. I watch is always on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I was a bit gutted that Jackmate got a Spotify deal, because they just started posting highlights instead of the full thing.
Because they don't do the full thing on there anymore, do they? No,
on their YouTube channel, it's now just highlights. So,
which is a question to put to the audience, guys who's watching now. What do you prefer? Do you prefer looking at watching the full hour and a half of our episodes on YouTube, or do you like to see some shorts? We've got some shorts on there at the moment, like 10-minute videos that are like the tier maker stuff, or the true or false news headlines. Let us know what you prefer in the comments below. It'd be really interesting to see what
because we can do more of that. We can,
of course, if it works, if people like it.
If people are into that, don't want to watch the full thing or don't have time or whatever, we're happy to do that. Just let us know. Let us know what you want.
100%, man, 100%. So I think we both kind of want the same thing, which is always good. Hand in it.
Well, this was cool as well. This was an idea we came up with, like after about the 3rd week or something, wasn't it?
You come up to me and was like, Mark, I've got a great idea for episode 10, and then you said this is what I want to do, I'm enjoying it. I think it's really cool.
So this is like, I don't know, it almost feels like professional, doesn't it? It's quite weird. You can probably see I'm quite uncomfortable in this chair. I'm just turning. And, you know.
If you want more of this, sub to the channel.
Yeah. But we arrived. This is the first time we've ever been here. Just found it on Google. It's called the Qube.
Yeah.
It is in Acton for anyone around West London. It's super friendly. As soon as we got to the desk, weren't they? Two girls there, really super friendly. Helped us set everything up. Showed us around. Yeah, it's really cool place.
And the space is really good. So, guys, if you've got any podcasts or stuff that you want to do, check them out. Yeah. They've got Instagram and all sorts. The Qube, I think it is. The Qube. Yeah. That's it. Spelled with the Q. Mate, let's move on. I believe that you have a music tier maker.
We do.
Right.
We do have a musician tier maker.
So
I'm just going to have to go under the desk to get the laptop. That's why I'm disappearing.
Didn't have to touch my leg in the process, mate. Let's go.
So we are going to do a musician tier maker.
Right.
Now, a couple of them I don't know who they are, so I've had to write them down.
Okay.
So if you hear the paper, I do apologise. So I'm going to record this, so anyone on Spotify who wants to watch it, it will be on the YouTube video. Yeah. So feel free to go over. So.
Nice. And no doubt that I might have to Google a couple of these. You never know.
Yes. No, I think you should know most of these, to be honest. I think so, yeah. So, first off, and these are in alphabetical order, by the way, for anyone curious. Okay, no, we have 5 tiers.
Right.
We have God tier.
Yep.
Legend.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Average. And garbage. So
Garbage.
the same as the last one we've done.
Nice. Okay, I'm ready.
I don't think anyone's going in garbage. I'm going to put that
don't?
down. I don't think so.
Okay.
Right, first
I
off.
said that about Harry Potter, and that
Good one.
went left, mate.
He will not let me forget that. Harry Potter belongs in good. That's all I'm saying. So, number 1, The Beatles. And if you put this in garbage, this is the end. I'm walking. The studio is over.
I'll finish up the podcast on my own. I don't listen to the Beatles, but for what they've done for music, it would have to be God tier.
Yeah, I don't think you could put them anywhere else. To be honest.
They've done a huge amount for music, and although I don't listen to them, I have to respect them as a musician.
I like a couple of their songs, but
yeah, some of them are catchy.
I don't listen
but
to the whole thing.
I wouldn't choose to put them on. That's probably a bit controversial. Don't at me, please. But you know what I mean?
I think this person has one track that I know of, but it's my favourite song ever, so I don't even know if you know
Ever?
that. Benny King.
Yeah, Benny King's a legend, man.
Stand By Me. Is my
Yeah,
favourite song ever.
100%.
But it's the only song I know of.
I would say a mix between legend or God tier. I'll go legend.
Yeah, I'll go with it.
Yeah,
I'd probably go God tier because it's my favourite song, but that's
it's
just
a
me
beautiful
being
song,
biased, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Ben Howard.
Oh. Oh.
Tough one.
It's
I like Ben Howard. I think
Ben
he's
Howard's,
very good.
yeah. I'd say he's between good and legend.
Yeah, I'd go with it.
I'm gonna say good. I don't listen to many of his tracks too much.
I think I would have gone legend because I like a lot of his songs.
Yeah,
So for
he's
me,
so, yeah.
I think he's very good.
But he is great.
Yeah.
He is very good. I just don't, necessarily.
Yeah, because this is your opinion as well.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
as
yeah.
everyone's clear. This is
of
Mark's
course.
opinion. I mean, it's wrong, but it's Mark's opinion. Bowling for Soup.
Oh my God! Back in the day,
Yes.
Jesus. I would say good. They had an impact on my teen years for sure, but again, for music, they didn't really do too much of. They're just known in their genre, right? But they did some good stuff when I was a teen, but I wouldn't say I listened.
So an interesting fact, I found out about Bowling for Soup from a Now That's What I Call Music CD.
Oh really?
So I think it was, you'd have to fact check me. I think it was like 53. No, sorry, I'm totally wrong. 34 or 35.
Wow.
I got it for my birthday. I must have asked for it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it would have just been something I'd have been bought. I think I must have asked for it, and that track, Girl All the Bad Guys Want, was on the CD.
Yeah.
So that's how I found out from Bowling for Soup. And there's so many people probably like, idiot.
Nah, they were good, man. I'll give them. They had a few good ones. They had another good one. I can't remember the name of it now.
I always found that the Now Music CDs were great for finding people you don't listen to.
Brilliant. They were like the Spotify of 90s or like early 90s or whatever.
And now they're into the hundreds. I mean,
oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
Does anyone buy CDs anymore?
No.
I don't think anyone buys CDs.
If they do, there's Spotify keys.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's easy. Bugsy Malone.
We're talking about the rapper.
The rapper Bugsy Malone.
I would put him, based on his new album, I would put him in legend.
Okay.
His new album is sick.
So, I don't mind his music. I think he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
I have to be honest.
About a person.
I just think he's one of those guys who you can clearly tell can fight, will stick up for himself and blah blah blah, and he's just smug about it. I just don't like people like that, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I can beat you up and what? It's that sort of attitude, which I'm like, doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything in life.
It doesn't value you as a person.
You know, so you can beat somebody up. You know, I don't understand it. You know.
Yeah, I hear that.
Anyway, let's move on. Busted.
Oh, mate. But no, hang on.
Busted were brilliant.
Listen.
No, the original Busted. None of this
yeah.
McFly Busted and all this rubbish, right? Busted.
I have a controversial thing though.
Listen, it better be you're saying God tier, because if you say garbage,
no,
kicking off.
they're not. They're not garbage. I can't put them in garbage. But there was always the battle between McFly and Busted, wasn't it? Always.
Yeah. It was who was better.
Right. I prefer McFly.
I can see why.
Yeah.
I don't think that's that controversial.
Yeah. Okay.
I can see why.
They're decent, and I think they went on for a lot longer than Busted, and they made some really good music at that time. But I would still put Busted in God tier because some of the tracks when we were kids They were so good.
They
Year
were
3000. Are you
Year
mad?
3000 was amazing.
Year 3000.
And what was the wedding one?
Crash the Wedding or
So
something?
that's it. Crash the Wedding.
And what was it?
Yeah.
What was a school one? Do you remember the school video? The teacher that was bare fit. And
Yeah,
What was that one there?
I should have done our research here, guys.
In the comments below, please. That song there, I fell in love with the teacher, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a crazy time in my
I
life.
fell in love with the lead singer. I'm joking. I think his name was Charlie or something, wasn't it? And he was the reason they broke
no,
up.
not Charlie
wasn't he?
Baxter. That's someone that we know. Charlie. Yeah, because he went to another band who
Yeah.
I loved called. Again, I haven't listened to these guys in a while. I think it's Fire something. I can't remember. But they were heavy metal, like rock
really?
band.
Okay.
They were screaming all this sort of stuff. He
Yeah.
changed his music completely, but they were good. They were wicked for the genre that they were in. But it was so different to Busted, man. I'll show you some later on.
Yeah,
but
Busted was kind of like, what would you call it? Pop rock? Or
Yeah,
something?
I think
Is
yeah,
would
call it
come
pop
under
rock,
that?
like
Yeah.
independent pop rock.
I think they
suppose.
probably got me into the sort of rock. I'm not really into huge rock, but pop
No.
rock sort of thing.
That soft
Yeah,
rock in it is
yeah.
like the guitars and stuff is elements.
Anything
and
where it's
stuff
just
like
like bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
No interest. Yeah, all that sort
Mate,
of
that makes me feel like I need a strep still.
I know, but when you listen to them, you're like, how is your voice not hurting
Yeah.
you by now? Like,
yeah,
don't know.
exactly. They speak fine afterwards. I'm like,
Yeah.
shit. I'll be like, hello, mate. How you doing?
So let's move on from Busted.
Mm.
Right. Now, I personally know what you're going to do with this because I know you love this guy. Chip.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you love this guy, so I know exactly where he's going.
I would say. Now. Yeah, I'll put him in God tier. I have to put him in God
I was
tier.
going to say, don't even pretend to put him in.
No,
there.
I
You
was
love
going to say
this guy.
legend, but I thought no. I just love his style, man.
You love him. I think he's very good as well.
He is
I probably
very
would have
good.
gone legend, to be
Yeah.
honest. But yeah, he's very good.
I do like how. I think he's underrated.
Mm.
I truly think he's underrated. But obviously, he blew up when he was what? I don't know how old he was,
Yeah,
16,
like-
17, 18
yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Went to America, then it kind of went a bit south.
Because he
for
kind
him.
of went a bit poppy for a while, didn't he? When he released that
Yeah.
album. I remember I bought the album, but it was a bit poppy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
A bit,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
think
yeah.
he got slated quite badly for
Yeah,
that, I think.
he was trying to be big in America, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
time was like not the done thing for British artists and stuff. So kind of felt like that British people were like, you're betraying us. Like,
Yeah,
why are you going
yeah.
to America for? But I think that his talent is so underrated, man.
Yeah.
He's just so sick.
I agree with you.
And he's in the charts now. Like he's still going for however many years.
Yeah,
can't
well, I
remember.
think he's similar age to us.
He is. Yeah, I think he's 30. He turned 30 on his last
So-
Daily Duppy
So
track.
he's,
So
yeah,
yeah.
basically the same as us.
Yeah.
I have a high opinion of this person, Dappy.
Oh.
I personally think Dappy is just sick, mate.
Yeah.
Just,
He-
he
I've-
seems to do any genre of music and just
Yeah,
does
do
it.
you know what? I'm gonna God tier.
Right.
Yeah, I'm because of that. Because some of his stuff he can drill and he can grime is his thing, but he can bounce on an acoustic version or something
Yeah.
and sing and make it nice. It's like, oh shit,
And
that's
it's
a really
very good
nice
as well.
song. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the lyrics are good. His flow is good. Yeah, I'll back that. Yeah,
Yeah.
God tier. Yeah.
This person cannot go anywhere other than God tier, I must admit.
Oh God.
Ed Sheeran.
Oh yeah, God tier.
I think that's obvious.
We
And
both
we said
love
this
it.
last week, but that Shivers song, Day's new
Mate,
song.
thanks to fucking you,
I
yeah,
love
I have
that
not
song.
listened. I've not listened to anything else apart from that.
Mate, it's a jam.
Yeah.
I'm still listening to it.
Yeah.
I said it last week. It is a jam. I
When the
cannot
chorus
stop
kicks in,
listening
I'm like, oh shit.
to it. Yeah. I'm in the car, like thinking I
Fucking
can
move.
dance.
Yeah.
From the outside, I probably look like.
Oh, he's having a stroke.
Yeah.
Wait.
But to me, I look like I'm
Yeah.
having fun.
Busted some shapes, mate.
Eminem.
Oh, okay. Eminem. He's sick. He's very good at what he does, but I'm gonna put him in good.
I know you're trolling. You're going to put him in God, aren't you?
No.
Are you seriously putting him in good?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This-
He's amazing at what he does. But I
Do you
just
know what?
don't like
That
his
is
music.
worse than putting Harry Potter in good. That is worse. How can you compare that?
Listen, Harry Potter is called Harry Potter.
Eminem is called Eminem. Oh my
He's
God.
sick at his craft, but I wouldn't necessarily go out and listen to one of his songs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 Mile.
This friendship is done.
Turn your
That's it.
cheers down the drain.
This is the last ever podcast.
I prefer
I
McFly.
cannot believe McFly over Eminem.
Yeah.
I love it. Fallout Boy.
God tier.
So you're telling me Fall Out Boy is better than Eminem? Are you serious? Oh my!
Only because
I cannot believe.
Only
this.
because they had more of an impact on me when I was in my teens.
Guys, I can't believe what is
Fall Out
happening.
Boy drove my teens, man.
I know. Do you know what? I need to try and accept this as your personal opinion. This is you personally. This is not. We're not rating them. What we
If you
think
want
the
to talk
world
about it
thinks.
later on, Daniel, we will.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going to be dreaming about this. This is mental. Green Day.
Good.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
They
Again,
were okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have gone average actually, but
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, again, they had it was one of my teen years, but I wouldn't say like, yeah, they were anything like special. I suppose.
Guns N' Roses.
Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually went to a Guns N' Roses concert in London.
Did
That
ya?
was mental.
It's crazy.
It was through work, so they got us some tickets. It was like a thank you for a hard year sort of thing, and we went to Guns N' Roses. Got absolutely bladdered.
Were they good?
It was good, but like again, it's not my type of music-ish. Like some of their songs are cool, but other ones is just like banging on drums and shit.
Yeah.
That's not for me really, but it was good. The experience was good to go, you know.
I bet they were mad live.
But yeah, it was mental. It was so many people. It was crazy. It was packed solid. Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson. I don't really listen to Jack Johnson. So I'm gonna have to say good.
Okay.
I've heard a few tracks, but nothing that stands out for me. You know.
That's fair.
Have I put anyone in average and garbage yet?
No.
No. Okay.
But I would be surprised because I've
Yeah.
gone through quite a high list of musicians. You know.
Yeah.
They had to do people that I knew as well, and
Yeah,
I
of
thought
course.
you would know. You know.
Yeah, of course.
Jason Derulo.
I would put him in. He's kind of fallen off track for me, you know. About 4 years ago, I would have put him in legend / good.
Okay.
I'm gonna put him in average now.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in average.
Listen, I go with that. Do you know what it is with Jason Derulo? I was searching yesterday, right? And anyone who wants to fact check me on this, go and do it, right? So I was having to save these pictures for the tier maker. I typed in Jason Derulo. Non-stop topless pictures of the guy.
Fuck's sake.
It's like, mate, okay, right?
Your wife's probably thinking.
You have a chiseled body, fair enough. You're really muscly and all that sort of stuff. Put it away, man. Stick a t-shirt on. I don't need to see it.
Yeah.
You're making us fat guys look stupid. You know, like come on, put a t-shirt on. I don't care about your music. You're going in garbage for me just because you won't put a top on.
Yeah.
Yes,
facts.
I'm jealous, right? For anyone that's questioning that, yes, I'm jealous. There's no way I could be bothered to put in the work to do
Yeah,
that.
for real.
Justin Bieber.
Average.
Average,
I'm
wow.
gonna go average, man.
Okay.
I think he's too whiny for me, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
So there was the album a few years back. Do you remember? That was a really good album.
What was the cover like?
You're asking
Was it
me,
grey?
I can't remember. I think it was grey.
Because there was a great.
There was an
very
album that he
vague.
done was really good. It was
Yeah.
sort of like he'd done all that sort of baby stuff, and,
Yeah.
and that was a
Yeah.
song. And then he done this one really good album. where
Yeah,
everyone went,
yeah.
Shit,
Yeah.
this movie was
I
actually
know
good.
the album what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that was only like 6 years, 5, 6
Yeah,
years
it wasn't
or
long
whatever.
ago.
Yeah.
And then now his stuff isn't as great. But
Yeah.
There was
But
that
that
one
album
album
was
that was-
wicked.
that was
Yeah,
great.
I agree with you with that.
But average, okay.
Yeah,
I
now
think I would have
anyway.
gone good, man. Like,
Yeah.
'cause I think he's done a lot in
Yeah.
music. But yeah, I'll go
Yeah,
with
nah,
that.
fair. I hear you.
Kanye West.
Legend. Because the songs that he has made has made a huge impact in music.
Yeah, okay.
But having said that, again, I wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to listen.
Because his latest stuff now is trash.
Yeah, well, he's done one with Jay-Z that I haven't listened to just
He
yet.
done an album called Donda, I think, which is the name of his mum, and it's just come out, hasn't it? And yeah, I listened to a few songs. I was like, this is garbage.
Oh, is it mad?
Yeah, I just wasn't into it.
Where would you put him in now?
Good.
Yeah.
Good, 'cause as you said, his past stuff. Like, what was the album called? The Graduation album.
Yeah,
was that
something
called?
like that, yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah,
So
mad stuff.
that was his best one, I think. No, I'm not really into it after
Nah,
that, to be honest.
fair. Yeah, nah, fair.
Linkin Park.
Oh, mate, God tier.
Yeah, I did go.
I think they're pretty so sad about Chester, but yeah, yeah. Oh, their music is sick. It
Yeah.
still bangs now.
I agree.
Yeah.
Big time. MGK. Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, trash, bruv.
Oh, you're putting him in garbage.
Get him in the bin, man.
Do you know
Yeah.
what? Right. Okay. I got his latest album. Sick.
It's good.
It's sick. It's
Yeah.
really good. I think
Yeah.
if you listen to it, you change your mind.
I really.
It's sick. It's really
I will
good
listen
music.
to it. I will.
Give him a chance, honestly.
Yeah.
Him as a person, garbage.
Yeah, that's
I'd
what
stick
I
him in
think I'm
garbage.
basing it because
Yeah.
I don't know many of his tunes, so I will listen to that
Yeah.
album and see if it.
If you
changes
listen
my
to
mind.
his album, you'll change your mind from a music point of view.
Okay, but from a person,
But from a person,
Get in the bin.
He's
Yeah,
an idiot, man.
yeah,
And did you see the other day he got in a fight with
oh
Conor McGregor?
yeah, what was that about?
Don't know. No one seems to know.
Apparently, someone said Connor asked for a picture and he said no.
Yeah, which I think is
can't,
rubbish. I can't see.
Connor asking for a picture.
He's not the type of thing to ask anyone for a picture.
Of course he's not.
I don't
People
think.
ask him. Yeah.
But let's be honest, he would have flattened Machine Gun
with a
Kelly.
broken leg or not, he would have smacked
And also,
him up.
did you see Megan Fox? He's with Megan Fox, isn't he?
Yeah, who,
And she keeps calling him daddy.
yeah,
that's
that's
weird.
crazy. That is crazy.
That's
man.
weird. What are you doing?
I mean, she's fit as fuck, but man, daddy.
Do you know what? Like, not just saying this because my wife watched. Hi, Gemma, by the way. No, I don't find her attractive.
Do you not?
No, not
Oh.
now. Like when she was
Yeah.
younger and that, but now I think she's a bit grim to me now.
Oh, really?
I think, yeah.
Oh man.
I think hearing her call him daddy as well.
I mean,
was like,
that's
"You're
mad.
weird, man.
Yeah.
You're weird.
I mean, to be fair, if she walked through here and called me that, I'd probably follow her. Mate. No, I'm joking.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
I'll go back on Machine Gun Kelly. make some songs.
Yeah. Become a millionaire. No,
Yeah.
man, do the podcast.
Okay, talking about weirdos,
Mm.
controversial, whatever. Say what you like. Michael Jackson.
I can't put him anywhere else. Got
Yeah,
to.
I think in terms of music, you're going good to you.
Yeah, I have to.
In terms of music,
I have to.
his
His music is
amazing.
banging.
Yeah,
Every song, you'll find something in that song that's like, wow.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many songs that I could list off that is just like
He's got loads, isn't he? You know, it's like
Oh,
every
mate.
song you hear from him is like
banger after banger. Yeah, 100%.
I think
for
that's
different
hard to put
reasons.
him anywhere else.
No, you couldn't. I don't think you could.
Now these are in here because we were actually, me and Mark met up the other day, didn't we?
Mhm.
And we heard this song, and Mark went, "Nah, not really into them." So I thought, put them in. Oasis.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say
You
that.
knew this was coming.
Yeah, I thought I was coming. Again, people are going to at me for this. I know it. I'm going to say good.
I would go with that because as we said when we met the other day, it's kind of Wonderwall. It's
Well,
kind of Oasis,
yeah.
isn't it?
Wonderwall and a couple of others.
Yeah.
If you're Oasis fans, then you're going to know a lot
You
more,
know
of course.
Yeah.
But if you're just like average person, I know Wonderwall, and if there's another one came, which I don't know the name of, I can probably sing the chorus. But
Yeah.
apart from that, I have no idea, man.
I agree.
I've heard more controversial stuff from them rather than their music.
Mm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I
Had
mean?
him
Yeah,
arguing
so,
and stuff,
yeah.
yeah. I think Wonderwall was sick, but that probably gets him into good. That's it.
Just that song
I'm
alone.
I'm saying with you, that's it, good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
It's funny, I keep looking at the list in front of me, but I actually know most of the people, so I don't know why I keep looking at the list. Queen.
Oh, God tier.
Yeah.
Do you know
I
what I
don't
mean?
think you can't.
You can't, man. Again, like Michael Jackson, is that era of music that everything that came out was like, there's something about this
Bohemian
song.
Rhapsody, man.
Oh,
It's my favourite
Don't
one.
Stop Me Now, Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yeah.
and
Don't Stop Me Now. I'll never forget that.
What a song.
Legendary.
what a song.
Legendary.
There is another one, but I can't remember what it is now. But there's so many songs of theirs that are just insane.
So going on controversial people,
Oh God.
R. Kelly.
Oh. Do you know what? I'm gonna put him in garbage because of the fucking allegations.
You
bro.
can't. You gotta do it for music.
Oh.
You gotta do it for music. Come on.
Okay, just right, but
This is
disclaimer.
purely on
Disclaimer: he's a dickhead, right? I hate him. Absolutely hate him.
If it's true, by the way, I
If
just want
it's
to point
true,
out.
which it probably is. Have you seen the documentary?
I've not. I think I watched
Crazy.
the first one. I don't think, yeah.
Crazy. Anyway, but that's a different.
But
subject.
bearing in mind, this is all coming from their side, so remember that.
There's
Not that I'm
there's two
defending
sides.
anybody. I'm
There's two
just
sides.
trying to sit on the fence here.
Yeah, there's two sides. For music, I would say legend.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Listen, I know we want to put him in garbage as a
Yeah,
person.
he's a
but-
dickhead. Just have to keep saying it.
but we can't.
No,
for
but
the music.
For the
yeah.
music, I'd say legend. He's
Yeah.
got some tracks that I'm like, I'd still probably bang now if it
And
wasn't.
I don't understand the people that say, I'm not listening to that because of this and blah, blah, blah. How? It's still a good song, whether it's by him or not. You know? You can separate the two.
Yeah,
the
I
song
think
and the
there's
person,
probably
you know?
an element of that where the royalties still go to him, maybe if it's still on Spotify and all that. lot
Maybe
that
things like that.
don't want to
I
give him
suppose.
money for it. I hear that side, but I agree with you. If you separate the two,
Yeah.
it is still a good song.
I
at
think
the
you
end
can
of the day.
separate the music from the person. I think. personally.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
Sean Paul.
Ooh.
This is a tough one actually because Sean Paul seems to be in every song now.
Every song,
Have
but
you
he's just
noticed
ad-libs.
Yeah.
Ad-libs. I swear.
He's just in every song. But
He
he
pops up. McFly.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, Sean
He does
Paul.
though, doesn't he? He just turns up in random songs. Like, why are you there?
I would say, listen, I'll be honest, average.
Average, okay.
Yeah.
He had
Average.
the album, which I think is the picture here, Dirty Rock, which was good.
That was
a
good.
sick album.
But that was years ago.
But that was,
That was
we're
so-
going back.
we're going
back when
way
we were
back,
like
yeah.
teenagers, sort of years.
Which was great, but yeah, I wouldn't say again like unlike McFly and Busted back in the teen years, which drove my teens.
Yeah.
That I knew of the songs and liked them, but it didn't really sort of have an impact. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'd say average now because don't really do anything.
Shakira.
Average.
Average, okay.
Apart from was it Hips Don't Lie?
Yeah.
And the one she done with Beyonce, which the music video
Kind of
is
very
sensational. Just that, yeah. But apart from
Stop
that,
saying these things, Paul. You're going to get me in trouble. I'm not
mate,
saying anything.
I'm saying it, right? Apart from those, I don't know what else she's done.
Yeah, just
Do
leave
you
it
know?
Because I don't have nothing. I can't say anything.
I don't know.
Know.
So average, I'd say.
Snow Patrol.
Good. Good.
I think I would go with that. I
Yeah.
like some of their songs.
Yeah.
Not all of their songs, but some. Select few.
Yeah, good.
Stormzy. Stormzy's a tough one for me, I think.
I want to say. Oh, what do I want to say? I want to say. Good. Legend. Because when an album's come out or a song's come out, it's banged for me.
Yeah.
It's banged for me.
I think, I'm the same as you. I'd have gone between good and legend. Potentially would have gone legend as well. Not sure.
Yeah.
Last one. You, Me at 6.
Oh, mate. Did you know I like this band?
I do as well,
Yeah. You Me at 6 again. Like Fall Out Boy drove my childhood, man.
So
At teens year. So I have to put them God
we're
tier.
going God tier, aren't we?
They're so, mate,
I think they're very good. And I only found them recently, to be honest with you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What song did you hear recently? Do you
What
know?
is this? Stay With Me?
Oh, Stay With Me.
Stay With Me,
Yeah, Stay With Me. But that's an old song.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
an
but I
old
only
tune.
just found them, sort of
But
thing.
that album, mate, listen to that whole album. It's
Yeah.
brilliant. That's probably one of the best albums they've done.
You listen to MGK and I'll listen to that.
Yeah, okay.
And we'll
Yeah,
compare.
we'll compare. We'll come back to each other.
Yeah, so that's it, mate. That is the tier maker.
You had some good artists there.
That is.
Guys, yeah,
I
I mean-
thought we had some good ones.
Yeah, for real. And guys, watching and listening, let us know what you think. Did we get it right in your opinion, or did we get it wrong?
Which
Let
you
us
probably
know.
got it wrong. Let's be honest.
Let us
I
know.
must admit, I did go sort of through my phone, Apple Music, and just picked
Yeah,
out
just-
sort of,
of course.
artists that I had.
Uh,
So we can do more if you want to know any more artists. Let us know.
yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely, man.
So we do have a list of how we're doing things, and I want to change something. Mark doesn't know because he's here. But it turns out we both done headlines true or false because I'm stupid and didn't realise. So I have one and Mark has one. So I'm thinking if we quickly do mine, we'll do
Yeah.
it quickly because we have two. So mine wasn't supposed to be in here.
Yeah.
But there are some good ones. I just want to. We'll
Yeah,
quickly
of course, man.
we'll
Yeah,
quickly
yeah.
flick through them.
Of course.
We're not going to count score because it's just
Bit of fun.
it's Mark's turn this week, so this is just fun.
Okay.
So we'll just do this. Number 1. 69-year-old Dutch man attempts to legally change being called Dad, opting instead to be called his birth name, Luke, spelt L-U-K. So he's changed that his kids can't call him Dad, they have to call him Luke.
But legally, is that something that you can change?
You can change anything legally, mate.
Yeah, I suppose.
The guy changed his religion to have a drainer on his head, didn't he? And said it was a religion. And he put it on
No.
his driving licence.
That
and
is nuts.
They said if you're ever pulled over, you have to be wearing it now because you've said. Yeah.
Shit.
Because he said it's his religion to have a what do they call them? Strainers, whatever they call them.
I don't know.
You know, you put your spaghetti in and strain the
Oh,
water out of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
yeah.
It's like
A sieve.
thing.
That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
had to have a sieve on
Mad.
his head.
His religion. Nutter.
So yes, you can change anything. I suppose is my answer to that.
Yeah, but I feel like you're convincing me. So I'm going to say false.
It is false. I wasn't trying to convince you.
Get in.
But it is false. He actually legally attempted to change his age from 69 to 49. He tried to legally change
How?
his age.
Why do
I don't know why
people
you'd want to.
Yeah.
Why would you want to? I'm 49. Well, no, you're not, because you were born in...
Just fucking walk around and go,
yeah.
38 keys.
It's like, okay.
Okay.
Number 2, one armed man applauds the kindness of strangers. That just sounds...
Thing is, now I look at you on Zoom. I'm looking at you in person now, bro.
Oh, this is why we need a curtain between us when we do head tones.
I'm gonna say true.
It is true.
Okay, good. Bless you.
Number 3, state population to double by 2040. Babies to blame. That just sounds so nuts.
Do you know? I'm gonna confess.
Go on.
I saw a similar headline today.
Oh no, you've seen it.
But I can't remember if it's worded like that.
Okay.
I know
It might be
babies
the
to
same
blame.
way.
I'm gonna say it's true.
It is true.
Yeah,
it
okay.
is true.
I'm sorry, I saw that today.
He's cheated, guys. I told you, cheat.
Damn.
Right, and number 4. There is 6, by the way. Number 4.
Cool.
Spanish village hire a cat chief to attend to strays. So someone to look after all the strays.
I'm gonna say that's true.
It's false, and I've kind of done you dirty because it was actually a Russian town, so I've done him well.
Oh, mate.
Do you know what?
That little.
I was going to do English town, and then I thought no one looks after strays over here.
Just that one cat.
Because we don't have really strays,
No,
do we?
not
As
at all.
such?
Not at all.
But
really.
I was thinking Spain do have a lot of. They actually have I think it's more dogs, stray dogs than cats.
Is
When
it?
I was there, it was just tons of dogs.
Just loads
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
I've done you dirty there by the town. I've done you dirty. I'm sorry.
It's all right, mate.
But I had to get you.
It's all right.
Number 5. Woman books seat on plane. This is only to find out she has been allocated the pilot seat. Now that sounds nuts, but is that true?
Hang on. Wait. Say that one more time.
A woman books a seat on a plane only to find out she has been allocated the pilot seat.
Now, this obviously does not make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense.
But is it true? That's the question.
If someone said to me, "Oh, by the way, you're sitting in the pilot seat today. You're flying the plane."
No,
I'll be
but
like-
it could have just been that it was a mistake. The seat was sold by mistake.
No, you're convincing me that's false.
I'm not trying to convince you, but I was trying to just help guide you.
Was it false?
It is false. She was actually booked a toilet seat.
You're joking.
No.
What?
I don't know how she was booked a toilet seat.
How was that even a thing?
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I was trying to say maybe I might get you
I'd
with that.
first sue.
Yeah.
Get me money's worth.
Imagine having to sit in a toilet for the whole flight.
Imagine.
Anyway, I don't know what happened because I didn't look into the
Goodness.
story. But Number 6 and final one. China may be using the sea to hide its submarines. I don't know where.
I'm gonna say true.
It is true.
It's true.
You've done very well, man. You're
5 out of
5
6, right?
Yeah.
I'll take that, man.
And that was very quick. I didn't want to take up too much time with that
That's
because
all right.
it wasn't supposed to be in here. But yeah, you've done well.
That's all right, done all right
Not that
then.
we're not keeping score, so it doesn't matter. For when I do bad later on.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
You had some good ones in there, though.
Yeah.
There's some good
have a
ones.
couple. I thought I might get you with a couple of them, but you.
I'm still baffled by a toilet seat, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's weird.
That's mental.
Maybe we have
You're
to look
taking
that
the
one up
piss.
and
yeah.
have a read into that. But it was
Yeah.
obviously a computer glitch. wasn't
Something.
It? It had to be.
Computer
It's not-
fault. Do you know what?
Hmm?
Stick him
You're
in the
sitting
bog.
on the toilet.
Yeah. No, it's funny. So we'll save mine for later on.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
At the end,
I thought maybe we can make this one a little bit more personal for the viewers and listeners at home
Let's do
and
it.
talk about us. So I thought before we get into the past and dream jobs, we're switching around. Let's talk about us, man.
Okay.
How did we meet? Who are we? How do we know each other? Etc. So that people at home can sort of get a gist of who we are and what we like, how we know each other and that.
I think the question, who are we? If you don't know who we are by now, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
But no, I understand what you're saying. I'm only-
Yeah, man. So
Um,
we've known each other for what, 20 odd years, man. We went
Well,
to
if you went to the nursery, same
At
road
the
as
same
you did,
nursery, yeah.
So, well, if you think we would have been 3
3,
when you go to nursery, so we've known each other since then.
20
we went to the same nursery.
26.
So it's like 26, 25,
27,
26 years,
yeah.
something like that. Yeah, so that's basically how we met, didn't we? And then obviously school, went to all the same schools up until I left secondary school. left. I was not kicked out.
But in between, in that time though, we would speak like on and off, wouldn't it? Because we knew of each other, but we weren't so close because of like friendship groups and whatever. Like
I think like primary school we sort of spoke, but we weren't like best friends, if you would. Secondary school, I think, I just went down a different path. I think that's kind of what it is. But we always had that thing because, as most of you guys know, Mark wants to be an actor and is trying to be an actor. And I don't know how you word that.
That's exactly right.
You know, and I always used to. I remember texting you loads of times, Mark, you could do it. I'll help you. I'll do whatever and that sort of stuff. You know, so I always had Mark's back in that sense because
the support was amazing.
You done the. What was the play? Blood Brothers, I think you done
in college.
Secondary school.
Yeah. Secondary school. I did. Yeah. With Sahil, if you're watching, my guy.
With Sahil.
Big shout.
And I remember thinking that was really good. But the problem for me was I was trying to be the cool kid.
Right.
I couldn't be seen to be going, oh, this is really cool, you know. But I remember always saying to you, like, I always thought it was cool and what you were doing was cool and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I remember you saying. The support was always there. Do you remember? Because obviously there was a time where I think it was after school, we didn't speak for a long time, just because life and whatever.
Just life, college, and.
Do you remember the first time we got back in contact?
No.
I do.
What
I distinctly remember this,
Go on.
and I don't know why this is like in my head. I came off a bus, the H22 bus, I think it was, where the church is.
Yeah.
And I got off and you were there waiting for the bus. We got off. I was like, oh, Dan, how you doing? We saw, oh, Mark, you're right. And we spoke a little bit. And we spoke a tiny amount, swapped numbers and that. And then afterwards, we started speaking about music. Yeah. And you were like, oh, come down, we'll film some music at the warehouse.
I know where you're going with this. I know exactly where Mark is going with this.
So that's how we got back into to contact. And then ever since, I mean, that was so long ago now. I can't remember how many years ago that was. That was so long ago. And there it was that we've sort of spoken pretty much ever since. Yeah, been really close friends ever since.
I think COVID hit and we didn't talk for a while, but I think that wasn't down to anything. That wasn't we got the ump with each other or
it was just life, man.
It's COVID, man. Yeah. Like I didn't really speak to anybody as such, you know. It was
just life. Adult life is just, it throws a lot.
And obviously I got kids and a wife, and you know it's different now. You know, it's not as easy as it
gambling problems, debts. No, I'm joking. It just throws it.
Mark, if you need help, just blink.
Yeah. If you please sub because I'm 20 grand now. Right? No, I'm joking.
No, I think so we were always sort of friends. I think friends is always fair to say, like
100%.
It doesn't mean we were always talking, but I think friends was always.
You don't always have to talk, innit? The friends are always there, innit? That's the one thing I like though, is that when we haven't spoken we do, it's just like we've never not spoken. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I like. So we've been close friends ever since. And just to bring it back though, mate, with the music stuff. So I write music. I play guitar and sing. Bit of a creative. And I wanted to film some music, and this is one of the best memories I've had.
I know.
I have to tell this story.
I just look bad no matter how this goes.
So Dan was like, yeah, come to where I work. It's a warehouse. We'll set up a little like studio, record it, all this sort of stuff. I said, yeah, brilliant, yeah, great. And we'd done it before. And it worked really well. The video's done well. And then we done it this one time. We thought, we'll record it in a makeshift kind of like studio thing we made out of like mattresses and shit. Yeah. Which was actually really worked really well. But this was a Saturday or a Sunday, wasn't it?
I think it was a Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, Saturday or a Sunday. And Dan hadn't told his manager. So we heard the door unlocking. And Daniel's a bit of he's a hard nut, mate. You don't want to mess with Dan.
I don't know about that.
He's a nice guy, but don't get scared often. And this was the most petrified I've ever seen Daniel in my whole life.
I think we ran to the back of the warehouse.
We sat between the mattresses like, what are we going to do?
So like the boss actually was actually a really cool guy. You know,
pretty relaxed.
To work for, and he was pretty cool, you know, like he was a nice guy in that. But yeah, so I remember hearing that he drove a Porsche at the time. I remember hearing the Porsche drive up and being like, "Oh shit, I am in trouble." Because obviously Mark didn't work there, so it didn't matter for Mark, you know. But I was like, "Oh crap," you know. And it was a place of work, so I was worried about losing my job, being caught there and whatever. So yeah, I mean we legged it, didn't we? You know? We were like, "Oh shit!" And he obviously turned up, and we'd left all the equipment, so he obviously saw like the microphone and stuff, and he was like, hello. I was like, oh no. So I had to walk down and be like, all right. And he was actually fine, wasn't he?
He was all right.
He was
yeah.
like, cool. He's like, just next time tell me that you're here, so I know you're here. But I was
hilarious.
petrified. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get fired.
It was
This
like
is
a new Daniel. I was like, that was cut you up.
And he was actually cool. I remember we stood there and he was talking about his driving licenses from different
Something like that.
countries.
Yeah,
remember,
he
like,
was. How do you remember that?
I just remember that.
You're scarred
This
for life.
is scarred in my brain. I remember being petrified for some reason, and I don't know why. Because honestly, I knew he was cool, so I don't know why.
It's just a new experience.
I think it was just not letting him know we were in there. I think.
But that was hilarious.
I knew Mark was going there as soon as
I
he
had to
mentioned
bring it
it
up.
earlier on.
I had to bring it up. But yeah, so I think ever since then I've got to thank you, man. You've always been supportive of my craft, so I appreciate it, man.
But I still, the videos are still up on my the Chosen One Live YouTube channel. Go and subscribe.
They're still out there.
They're privated, but they're on my channel.
Right.
So I privated them not because I wanted them to disappear, but because I turned it into my gaming channel.
Yeah, of course. It
So I
was
still
a
have
different
them.
approach. Yeah.
So we can
Send-
unprivate them. Send them to
Yeah,
Mark,
send a link. I want to see.
put
I
them
want
on
to
your
see them
channel,
again because I
whatever.
can't remember the. I mean, they're probably cringy to
Mate,
watch now. But
the quality now when you look is very poor. But we had like a
Yeah.
camera, didn't we? We had a camera.
yeah,
which
we
is-
did. Yeah.
So we had literally a camera in a warehouse. So you imagine how echoey it is. So we tried with
Yeah.
like mattresses and stuff didn't we, to
Yeah,
block it, but
Uh,
and then Mark on his guitar singing, and you can imagine. So it's the same camera with the. I think we used the inbuilt microphone, didn't we?
yeah, we did. Yeah.
So you imagine now just an inbuilt microphone on a camera that distant, you playing your guitar, singing in a warehouse.
It
it's
was
echoing.
mad. Yeah.
It's not great, but your first video done 1,000 views though.
It did. Yeah. Yeah. It did.
so,
Yeah.
I mean, it done well.
Yeah.
Some of them were copyright stricken, which I found weird
Oh
because
yeah.
normally it's
Oh, were
if
they?
you cover it, it shouldn't be stricken.
No.
So that was.
I'd be
weird.
interested to know. Yeah, we'll have a look at them again.
So if you want to see them, let us know.
Yeah, if you want to have a little laugh and a little giggle,
We can put them up. That'd be
We'll
funny.
whack 'em
'cause
up.
We still have them. They obviously
Yeah.
belong to Mark. They're just on my channel.
but yeah.
Um,
God, that's cringe. Now that you said it, everyone's gonna go. Yeah, it's fucking laugh at you.
yeah. Oh, but it's funny. It's funny.
I've got
It's
the-
funny
I've
to
got-
look back though. Honestly.
Mm.
I'll
You have
show
to
you.
look
I'll
back.
show you them, Mark, though, for sure.
Yeah, please. So yeah, that's pretty much like how we know each other.
I think we played sort of football a few times. didn't we? We used
yeah.
to play football and that sort of stuff. Distinctly remember going to the cage over, pardon me, or where I live.
Oh yeah,
where
yeah,
we, where we
yeah,
sort of
yeah,
lived,
yeah,
sort of
yeah,
equal
yeah,
distance,
yeah, yeah.
didn't we, really?
That was nice. That was, yeah. So we have some good sort of park days and plays of football.
Yeah, so we went fishing in Bristol. Remember?
I was at Bristol way. Yeah.
It was like River Avon up that.
Mate,
place
that
way,
was
wasn't
such
it?
a good day.
That
bro.
that was hot, man.
Oh.
It was too hot to fish.
Yeah.
You can't fish in that way.
Yeah.
But we drove up there. And
I remember meeting you at like I can't remember where it was now, but meeting you at like what 6:30 in the morning.
yeah, it was well early.
Oh my
And then driving up there.
days, yeah, that was crazy.
And I want to point out, actually, you drove up there, didn't you?
I did, yeah, I think I did.
So on the way here, which you'll see in a behind-the-scenes video, I get travel sickness for some reason, right? Not when I drive. When I drive, nothing. When I become a passenger, for some reason, I just get sick.
Yeah.
But I never got sick that day, so that's weird.
Oh, did
Just
you not?
thinking about it, no.
Oh, maybe you're thinking about the cod and that.
The cod in the River Avon. The cod.
Yeah. You can see I'm experienced fisher.
I was going to say.
Catch the shark and that.
Jesus, could you imagine?
That was a
but
good
yeah,
day, though.
that was a really cool day.
That was a really cool day. We should do that again.
memory. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah. I haven't been fishing for a long time, but
Yeah.
yeah. So no, we've been friends for donkey's years, man.
Donkeys.
As we said, not always the closest of friends in terms of seeing each other every day and that sort of stuff, but always friends. You know.
Yeah, you don't need to, man. But yeah, that's us. So that's a little introduction of a bit 10 episodes too late, but there we are.
No, just a bit more into it.
Yeah,
wasn't
just a
it,
bit
you know?
more of who we are and how we know each other. So
Yeah.
I want to move on.
Let's move on.
I want to move on. Past and dream jobs. Little
Right.
random one. But what have been your past jobs, Dan?
So I haven't had many, and no, it's not because I sit at home. It's because I was in one job for
A long
8
time.
years.
A
so
long time, yeah.
The first, the very first job, if you're going to call it a job, was a paper round.
Yeah.
Because I'm calling that a job. I was paid to do it, so
Yeah, of course.
I'm
It was work.
classing that as a job.
Yeah.
That was my first ever job. And a little story which I told Mark the other day. I was excluded from school one time. It was a Friday because that was the day you had to do the paper round. It wasn't the one where you rode a bike. It was the one where you carried the trolley behind you.
Oh, man,
And it was
yeah.
hundreds of papers, man.
Yeah.
It was awful. It was horrible to do. But it taught me a lot in having to earn your own money and that sort of stuff, you know. But anyway, I was excluded, and my mum said, "Right, go do your paper round." It was like 10 in the morning or something. So I get the papers ready and I walk through the park that we were just talking about, and I see a guy a couple of years older than me, but we went to school. He was in my brother's year. He was playing football. I said to him, "Oh, come on, I'll play football with you." So we set up a goal. The paper bag was one post, and a dog litter bin was the other post. It's not very nice, but there we go. It is what it is. So we kept playing penalties. Me and him just kept swapping who was in goal, blah, blah, blah. And he kept beating me. I mean, he was years older, so he probably should have kept beating me, to be honest. But kept beating me, and I was getting the ump more and more. I was just getting annoyed. I was like, stop beating me. Like, I have to win. Like, stop. And I lost. And I lost for like the 5th time in a row. And I just walked up to this dog bin and kicked it, right? Because I was annoyed. In doing so, I broke my big toe. And I had to walk on this paper round with a big toe. And it was awful, man. I remember weeks of having a broken big toe.
Me out here
and I couldn't walk. It was awful, man. Awful, right?
Yeah.
But the paper round, going back, and I do regret this now. So for anyone who's going to slag me off, I was like 14, so bear that in mind, please.
We do change.
I used to dump the papers in the local park.
Mm.
So there's a park, it had a river running through it. I used to throw them in the river. I'm not proud of it, as I want to say again. But at that age, I just couldn't be bothered. I was like, oh, God. I'd played football. I was out for hours. I was like, my mum's going to be thinking, where the hell am I? So I went to the park, threw them in the bushes. I think I threw one in the river and then went home. But yeah, that was the first job, if you want to call it a job.
I'd call it a job.
I was paid for it, so I suppose technically it is a job, you know. Then second job would have been as a landscape gardener. So for people wondering about my age, obviously, because I would have been 15, 16 when I started. As I said, I was excluded from 2 schools, expelled from 2 schools, sorry. So I went to like a college, but it wasn't full time. So anyway, like it's a bit weird and complicated, but just don't be naughty in school, is all I'm saying, because it's not worth it. I'm paying for it now. So yeah, landscape gardener. It was a friend. It was his dad's business. We had to convince him that some family relative was a gardener, and I used to help them. And so he was like, "Okay, cool, I'll take you on." It was always cash.
Yeah.
For 15, so I never earned enough anyway for it to be enough.
Of course.
Because it wasn't like I wasn't getting like hundreds of pounds a day. It was like 50 quid a day.
Yeah.
And it was the odd day here and there, you know. So.
Yeah, weren't often.
And I'm never going to say whose company it was, so good luck coming up. So yeah, I did that for a while. Wasn't really into it, but then I was like 16, so any money coming in at that point was helpful, you know. Yeah, then I think the next job was the furniture job that we were just talking about. I worked for a furniture company. It was delivering furniture. It was not glamorous.
It was like for show homes and stuff, wasn't it?
So for show homes, so for people selling their homes, they'd call in a furniture company who would dress the house. So basically people could visualise what the house would look like when they move in with all their furniture and blah, blah, blah.
I'll tell you what though, because I helped Daniel on a few of these jobs, extra cash, etc. Some of the homes that we got to see were unbelievable, mental. So
the company I worked for was a family business. It was a father and son, and the father stepped back and let his son overtake it. So it was quite close knit, wasn't it? There wasn't many of us. I think there was like 5 full-time employees. So you can imagine,
something like that, wasn't it?
You know. And everyone really got on, to be honest with you. There was no really animosity, you know. But I was there for 8 years.
Long time.
Nearly 8 years. It was like 7 3/4. But it was basically 8 years. But I did help there when I was younger, the same sort of 14-year-old. I did help with stepfather, just go and do odd days. But I wouldn't really class as a job back then, but maybe. But yeah, so I got a full-time job there, and I was there for 8 years. And unfortunately, it just went under. I just think with the times, the more companies doing it, who could do it cheaper.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
It's unfortunate, man. With places like IKEA and stuff, it's just
mad,
hard to compete because the furniture that the guy was buying was expensive stuff, as you know.
High end, wasn't it?
It was high end stuff, and you weren't getting high end money in the jobs. So it was like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he went under. It just is what it is, you know. So then my father-in-law. So basically, there was a month we didn't get paid at the job, because he just couldn't afford to. At the time, obviously, he's really annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
But the more you look at it, if you don't have it, you don't have it. It's not, whatever. Anyway, it is what it is. My stepfather said there is a job going where he worked, and it was as a caretaker. I'm always a bit embarrassed by these jobs, really, because
never, man.
this is what I said to you before. Like, I wasn't very good in school, so it's kind of what do you expect you're going to get, And this is why I say, stay in school. If anyone young is listening, stay in school, get an education. It helps you in the long run. So yeah, I went as a caretaker. I was there for about a year. It was just pretty awful. It wasn't great, but it paid me a wage.
You got to earn your keep, man.
Yeah,
Somehow.
basically, yeah. So then an opportunity come up with an ex-guest of ours, Dan Must Die. Shout out, Dan.
Yeah. Link will be in the description for the episode.
Dan was the administrator for the same company he worked for, and he decided time to move on.
Yeah.
So his job came up, and I was given a phone call by somebody who was high up in our department who said, "I think the manager wants you in that job. Go for it." So I was like, "Cool." I went for the job, and I got it. So that's currently where I sit. I work in admin, which can be boring, but at the same time, it pays a wage. It pays a better wage than caretaking does, thankfully for me. And it leads to better opportunities.
There's a few doors you can go down, isn't it?
I've already been told that it's time I probably look for something higher up. So it's positive. I take it as a positive.
Yeah, congrats, man.
And yeah, it, as I said, it comes from just not doing very well in school.
Yeah.
Is where you end up, unfortunately, But so I say, get your education. And that's why I'm doing my GCSE.
Yeah.
I'm doing Maths and English GCSE, which starts next week.
Oh, does it? Yeah. Oh, commend it, bro. Well done.
It does.
Yeah, nice one, bro.
But yeah, I mean, it's to move up, of course. I want to move up. But it's also for the kids, man, because I think about this often. You tell your kids what to do. You tell your kids, be good in school, blah, blah, blah. Tell them they got to get good grades, but you didn't get good grades.
Yeah.
And I kind of think,
Sort of
I
eating
want
on
to be
your
able
own
to
words
say,
a little bit.
I want to say, I passed. Even if it's a bare minimum pass, a C, right? It's done by numbers now. But you can do the equivalent. I think it's a 4, so a 4 is a C. It goes from 1 to 9 now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mate, we're old.
But basically, I want to get a 4 and above in both of them. If I get that, it's a bare minimum pass, but it's a pass, and that's what I want to be able to say. If I can get higher, then obviously I'm going to try and get higher.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, that's kind of my history of jobs and stuff. And
nice one, man.
we're moving up, man. We're trying to move up.
Of course, always.
So Mark, let's go from the beginning.
Yeah, so the beginning, my first ever job, I never did the paper round. I never did the paper round. I was told to do the paper round.
Okay.
But I don't know why it never sort of came about.
Someone thought he was too good for paper rounds, clearly.
I think I'm carrying around this little basket of papers. No, I'm joking.
What? A newspaper round? How dare you?
Only if it's the Daily fucking Mail. No, I'm joking. My first job was Next Retail, right? So I was, I think, getting into like first year or so of college and stuff. Obviously needed my own money, etc. And I had a friend there called Becky, way back when, don't speak to her anymore, but she was the manager at Next.
Okay.
So I applied online. I thought, let me apply online, apply for Staines, etc. Which is, I applied on that website and failed.
Oh, really?
I failed. So I thought, fuck that. I'm messaging her.
Oh, okay.
I said, hi, Becky, blah, blah, blah. Just wondering if you've got any vacancies. But, oh, yeah, come down. I thought, fuck this website, mate. I'll get in there a different way. So I had the interview with her, which was just like a chat or whatever. And then, got the job. And I was there, a 0-hour contract for a while. And then progressively sort of more part-time, then the hours got more and all that sort of stuff. And I was there for quite a while. I'd say about 3 or 4 years. But I made some really cool friends there, like really, really close friends that I still speak to now. So I got to give it its credit in some way. And it did teach me a lot of like sort of customer-facing roles. And again, the whole money and finance stuff, you obviously learn a lot when you get your first job. Which is cool. And then obviously in this time now, I'm doing acting stuff. So in my sort of last year of Next, I got into drama school. So I then left Next to do drama school. Then within drama school, I sort of about half a year in, I thought, well, I need another job now. This is not going to sort of pay for itself. So I then went on to do retail in Clark's, right? London way. So that was good, but it was one of the flagship stores, so it was very, very busy. Again, met some incredible people, really cool people. Shout out to the Clark's lot. They were really cool people, and the job itself was basic. It was stockroom stuff and some shop floor stuff as well. Again, was a job. Well, it wasn't the most glamorous, but you know, it was good. It was good. I had a good time. And the thing is, with me, I've always tried to. I want my job. I want to be an actor. That's I am an actor. I act, and I passed drama school. And I came out of drama school wanting to act. Also, I had a couple of years up, and then the ultimate goal now is to act. And that's what I'm pursuing now, man. So I currently work for a company in London. I work in events and hospitality, which is paying the bills, amazing staff members, really good team, small team, kind of like the business you were with. We get along so well. And it's always a bit of fun. Very stressful though. The hours are mental. Some of the stuff that we have to deal with is crazy, but at the same time, it's paying a good wage, and I can't complain. It's really flexible, and for the stuff that I want to do of becoming an actor, finding that flexibility, what I have now is very difficult. So I am very fortunate, and I do thank them a lot, huge amounts. But the end goal, mate, is to become an actor. So I'm writing my own stuff at the moment. I've got another channel called The Monologue Station, which is all of my acting stuff goes on there. Monologues, short scenes, spoken word pieces, and I'm currently working on a few other projects at the moment, so they'll be on there as well. Link will be in the description below if you fancy a watch. But yeah, man, so that's the end goal for me, bro.
So it's just a question about Next and Clark's.
Yeah.
What was it like being in front of customers? Because I've never really had I know the furniture job, you meet customers.
Yeah.
Really, like,
that was more of a one-to-one thing, but yeah.
So what's that like? Because you hear a lot of negative stuff.
It depends where you are. But it can be either demoralizing or really rewarding. So I'll speak more Clark's because I can't really remember Next too much. Although there's a few stories that I tell about Next. But Clark's, I had the worst customers I've ever dealt with in Clark's, and then I have had the best. So there was a really huge difference. I've forgotten one job as well, but I'll say that in a minute after your question. It is weird because you have to be yourself, but a more heightened version of yourself. Like, you have to be good with people. Well, not necessarily, but you just have to know. You have to understand. That there's a level of leeway of how much you're supposed to take and how much you're supposed to give, if that makes any sense. Like, if a customer's out just having a go at you, how much of that do you take until you take it a step further, or how much do you have to deal with that? And being someone who is quite outspoken, how much do you speak?
I think it's that mentality of the customer's always right, isn't it? That's a saying,
honestly,
which I hate.
I hate that saying. I've worked in retail pretty much all my life, they're right to a point. They're never always right.
Yeah, of course.
I promise you. And we're customers as well. We're not always right. Do you know what I mean? So 100%. So there's that element as well. Because you're going into their store, who knows that they know their policies, they know their stock or whatever whatever they're selling. So it was difficult sometimes, but when you had the good customers that just want to have a good chat or good laugh, and you get on with them, so rewarding, man. It overshone the shit ones. Do you know what I mean? So you have to be a type of person to really enjoy it. But I mean, you can say that for anything really. I worked in estate agency as well. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, I remember.
Townends. Yeah, you really have to be a certain person for sales, man. Like, it's in that side of sales anyway, for commission-based work, you have to be money-driven, and I don't necessarily think I don't think that breeds the nicest of people. If I'm honest, that may be a stereotypical view, but that's just what I've seen, what I've experienced and whatever. But some of them are really cool people. Like, I can't get it wrong, but the element of selling something so huge to someone that you just want to get the money and get the highest price, or bill them on this or that, it didn't really sit well with me. So
again, that's another job where you have to be a good talker, isn't it?
Pardon me. You have
to be good at talking.
Yeah, on the spot stuff, like.
Yeah, because
some of the houses I went into, bro, like you couldn't sell for shit.
Really?
Could not sell it, but you have to paint a picture with them and just say like, this is gonna be a dream. You could put this there.
But this is the thing, right? So I never bought a house. I've never gone to view a house or anything like that. But surely 9 times out of 10, the house sells itself. That does
to a degree, yeah.
Do they really need someone telling them, "Oh, this will be great"?
Yeah.
Like, most people can visualize what a house looks like. You know.
You'd be yeah. So as soon as you go see it, you think, right, okay, this is obviously semi what they've mentioned, or but there will always be something going, not sure about that, or the garden's a bit, I didn't think it was going to be like that in the pictures, or so it's those moments where you've got to go, right, let's sell it now. Okay, that's where we come in and go, right, but if you imagine if it like this, or take this wall out, or all that sort of stuff, that's where that comes into.
That's kind of like selling someone something that they sort of half want and half don't want, isn't it? It's
Mate, some of the stuff they used to say to me is show them houses regardless. Even if it's out their price range, show them it.
Oh really?
Huh?
Yeah.
But they're going to say no straight away. It's like 50 grand over their price range. Do you know what I mean? But then that's where I would be like, well, that's not morally right, because that's not what they want. Being the customer, obviously you want to cater to them as much as you can.
So basically you don't really fit into that sort of thing.
No, I don't. Not at all. Not at all. So I had to come out of that. And I think that was the job where that made me realise, I want to become an actor. I can't do this. Because I had a 2-day shoot on a commercial not too long after that, and I was like, that those 2 days gave me more fulfillment and purpose than any other job that I'd had previously. And that's the time where I was taking time out. I want full-time work. I want to do this. I was like, no, I can't. This is what I want to do. So that's the goal, and obviously be number 1 podcaster in the world. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely, so, which we're coming for.
Definitely, mate.
I saw what's the guy? People are going to kill me for this. Ramsey. His second name's Ramsey. What's his first?
Gordon
name?
Ramsay.
No, the comedian guy.
Oh.
He does a podcast as well.
Oh, I don't know.
His name's something Ramsey. I'm really sorry for forgetting.
We'll fact check. We'll fact check.
I think it might be him and his girlfriend. They do like a quite big podcast. I think they're like.
Oh, hang on. Is he Liverpudlian or?
No, he's from Newcastle.
Newcastle, yeah, he's up north. Wait, yeah, I know who you're on about.
Something Ramsey. I can't remember his name.
No, I can't remember his name, but I do know who you're on about.
But him and his girlfriend, they sold out a tour, and they were packing out arenas, man. I saw the one the other day, and they must have had like 20,000 people there.
Jeez.
Just sitting here watching this podcast, and I was like, what?
That'd be amazing.
That is crazy to me. That is nuts. Because this is the thing, and so going on to Twitch, obviously I stream on Twitch, right? So sometimes you can sit there and there'll be, say, 3 people watching you, right? And this is what I was telling you before. So you can sit there with 3 people and you think, oh man, there's only 3 people watching me, right? But someone said this to me once before. Put those 3 people in front of you now, right? And carry on gaming with these 3 people staring at you. It suddenly becomes daunting, a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at that. They go to how many people, and it's probably really cool, But then to actually sit in front of those people, that must be like, what the hell?
That'd be amazing. I would do that though. I would love that. Yeah. You'd have to create a show around it, but that'd be sweet.
I think that would have to be more scripted almost.
100%. You'd have to plan that.
I'd feel really bad if you went in there and just had a poor podcast. Nothing to talk about. And just
no, you'd have to.
Everyone's watching you. I think they must have to be more.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be scripted, but they must have the same conversation.
Yeah, regimented.
Just maybe in a different way.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
But I mean, again, I would do it if you ever come to it, but I don't think that I would be happy. It's not my thing.
It's not your forte. Yeah.
It's mental,
Yeah.
That's like this. I mean, we sort of average 40 views, don't we? Some videos that one got 800. So. Like, I can't imagine now 40 people sitting in front of me watching this. That would be mental to me, I think. I think I'd get over it sort of after a while, I think, but to me that would be crazy.
It is a bit. It is a bit random. It is a bit weird. I mean, I'm used to it a little bit, but I can imagine. You would be.
For me now, I'd be like, oh my god.
Fucking hell.
So for example, right, just quickly before we move on, we done this thing in school. Do you remember pupil parliament?
Yes, I do remember pupil parliament. Yeah, I do.
So we done it. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but it was. I think it was to become like the spokesperson for the local area. Whatever it was. And I don't know why, but I went up for it. And I remember my mum made badges and all these different things, and we proper went for it. And I won pupil parliament.
You did?
Oh, and I was like, oh my god. So we had to go to. I think it was York House.
Yeah. I know where you are.
And I had to stand in front of all the other kids from all the other different schools.
Shit.
And I was with a girl called Jessica from our school. If you remember. And she was a lot more confident than me. And I just stood up there and I just remember like freezing. Like, oh my God. There's so many people there.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, looking back now, it was probably like 50 people.
Yeah,
but it wasn't that many at all.
But it
I
looked like...
felt like I was standing in a football stadium and everyone was staring at me.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Pupil Parliament. I've totally forgotten about that.
That was years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, man.
I think that was like year 5.
Must have been, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why I got voted in.
Well, I don't know.
It's probably punching people. Make me vote for me.
Vote for me or beat you up.
Yeah. Probably was something like that.
Well, I mean, listen. All right, now, Boris. Let's...
but that was just going on the crowd.
That's your nickname now.
Boris. Anybody calls me Boris, this is over.
I want to move on. Because we put up an Instagram story. It's a bit random. We're chopping and changing topics, but that's what we do.
Yeah.
We put an Instagram story the other day saying if any of you guys have any questions, and the lovely few have put some questions in. I won't say who from. I'll keep them just in case they don't want me to name them.
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
I will say the questions. So I'll say the questions now for us, and we'll both answer. Right. So the first question that we have is, what animal would you be and why? That is, I get it in drama school. This question goes everywhere.
Oh really?
And I still don't know the bloody answer, mate. So I don't know.
So my initial thought was a dog.
Okay.
Right? Because people are going to say no, but generally dogs have a good life.
Yeah.
Generally, I don't want to put percentage on
No.
it, but a lot of dogs go to a good home, have a good family, blah blah blah, live to their 14, great life. Right. So to me, that's like cool. That's like the ideal,
That'd be
isn't
like,
it?
yeah.
Do you want to be a spider that gets tramped on after 3 days? No, probably
Never
not.
wanted to see a spider in my life. Yeah.
Or a lion.
Oh, fierce.
Because I think a lion is like the king of all animals.
Mess with me,
man.
bruv. Yeah.
Like, I'd love to be a lion.
Yeah.
So dog or lion? Man.
Dog or lion?
Dog or lion.
Very two very different.
If you had to, if you forced me to pick one, I probably would go with a lion. Probably, but I think a dog's a good shout, man, because a dog is, especially if you get a good owner. If you get a shit owner, then it's a horrible life, obviously.
Definitely.
We know that, but if you get a good family, you're laughing.
Yeah. Okay. No, I like that answer. I've got 2. I'd either be a silverback gorilla, because they're hench as fuck.
Yeah. No one's
and they don't have to work out for no reason, and they look like they're just like loving life. Cool. I'll either be one of them.
And they live for a long time.
A long time. Or a panda. Reason being, if you look at panda videos on YouTube, not that I have done, not just leaking my YouTube history here, but
if you watch pandas on YouTube, where are we going with this?
in my downtime, you know, they seem like they're just having the best time of their life, mate. Just being silly, ridiculous, eating, sitting. Man, love that. Yeah, fair. I think it's a bit of me.
Fair. So the one thing I would say about the gorillas, right? Yeah. And I always say this. I had this conversation with someone at work not long ago. Yes. Do you remember when the child fell into the
I do.
gorilla thing?
It's happened a few times. What one are you?
So I think there was the one, and they shot it down.
Harambe or
it might have been. I don't know. The name.
I can't spell it.
I remember
say
that
the name.
Was going around. Yeah. And I had this conversation with my friend, and he said to me like, what would you do if your child fell in there? And I said, well, number one, they'd be nowhere near it anyway, because that's like my worst nightmare anyway. But number two, why would I jump in? You have to accept that you fucked up. Your child's going to die, or they're going to have to kill the gorilla. Like he was like, no, you'd have to go in. Nah.
How?
If I go in, we're both dead. And it's kind of that thing, isn't it? Like, if my child falls into a river, I'm jumping in. Chances are we're going to die because I can't swim. Like anything like that, but jumping into a gorilla cage just seems a bit like you're not achieving nothing. I can potentially save you from a river. I can't save you from a gorilla because that gorilla will rip my head off.
Yeah.
So
Either way,
like, I don't know.
Are you adding to the situation and making it worse?
Yeah, because if you watch the video, the gorilla never harmed the child.
No.
The gorilla didn't harm the child at all.
No.
I think it pulled it by the top, but it's kind of like
a
probably a motherly thing.
Yeah.
You know?
If you went to protect it, that's where you're threatening
and I just think. I think you'd probably, as you said, put it at more risk, put your child at more risk by jumping in because they might get defensive and just kill you.
Honestly, I think I obviously as a dad or like you know, I can imagine that's what you'd want to do.
I'd probably end up jumping in.
Yeah,
you
but
know what I mean?
would it be more beneficial to go and get the people that can actually fucking do something
Yeah,
about it,
yeah.
and get in the cage and whatever, do what they need to do, or
Because I say it,
That's
but
what you
as
weighed.
I say, I mean, it's hard to know, isn't it? But
you don't know until you're in that situation, man.
I mean,
You
imagine
really
how
don't.
scared you. I don't care how hard you are, or so I said to you earlier on with the Bugsy Malone thing. It doesn't matter that you can knock out 10 people in a row, one punch. Doesn't matter. You are not beating up a gorilla.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. You're not beating up a gorilla.
Yeah,
So,
facts.
Is there a point jumping in because you're just both gonna die?
Yeah, well,
You know? I don't know.
there is that.
People are going to say I'm such a crap father. I'm telling you.
No, you're brilliant. I vouch for it. You're a brilliant father.
Thanks, mate.
Next question, and this is aimed at me.
Okay.
Is Mark still obsessed with dildos?
I can confirm he does have 2 in his bag. with
You're
him today.
fucking dickhead.
No,
You know
that's
who you
brilliant.
are.
That's
You know who
brilliant.
you are who asked this question, right?
I'm going to name him. I think we name him. Tyler. Thank you, Tyler.
Cheers, Ty.
I
Yeah, thanks,
appreciate
mate.
it, man.
I love it.
Yeah, and I want to just point out as well, there's plenty of people who watch the podcast. But
Yes.
Tyler texts me every week. Looking
Yeah,
forward
he's
to
a
it this
legend.
week, mate. And we appreciate that because that means a lot for
Massive
someone
amounts.
to constantly listen. So, Tyler, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
massive
is
amounts.
actually, his question is in reference to an episode.
episode
w-
one.
Was it episode 1?
I think it was episode 1.
Where headlines true or false. Most of Mark's questions were about dildos. And we're not quite sure why. So,
I was making them up on the spot, and I just saw this one, and I kept on saying it. It looked bad on my behalf, but in answer to your question, Ty, yes. So
I was gonna say yes.
No, I'm joking. No, I'm not. But yeah, Ty, appreciate that.
Yeah, we
the support,
appreciate
man.
it, man.
Yeah.
And we appreciate everyone who sent in a question
Yeah.
as well. It means a lot.
100%, definitely, man. And I need to see you soon, Ty. Need to see you soon. Next question, mate. If there is one career, latching on to the one we've just spoken about, if there is one career you would pursue for the rest of your life, so nothing's off the cards here, what would that be and why? Out of anything in the world.
That is a very, very good question. And I know the person who sent it, and I appreciate you for sending it.
I would say 2 things.
Yeah, go on.
Everything's off the table. No education degrees, whatever, Acting, obviously. It's obviously my dream. But if I had to, that's the obvious one. So if I had to put that aside, I'd love to be a Formula 1 racing driver.
Oh,
I swear to God.
To be fair, I can see why that would be
Yeah,
cool to do.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
The life they lead looks insane. Risky,
Yeah,
don't get me
yeah.
wrong. There's a risk that you're going to die, but wow.
So it's funny, but quickly before I say mine, I actually watched the Michael Schumacher documentary.
Oh, yeah.
on
Oh, yeah. Did you?
Netflix.
What did you think?
Yeah, it was quite good.
I loved it,
But
yeah.
because my wife came in, Gemma, again, mentioned you, and she goes, "Thought you weren't into Formula 1." I was like, "I'm not," but it's like, it's not. It's about Michael Schumacher.
Yeah, it's
isn't
about
it?
him
Formula
more
1 is
so.
like, that's what he done.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm watching something about Formula 1.
It's
about
his life.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And
with
it's
it.
very good. So anyone who was into
It's
that,
amazing,
it's very good.
man. It
Very
is
good.
incredible. Yeah.
But back to the job. See, a lot of people obviously, as I said, do Twitch stream. And I've said this so many times. I could not do that as a job.
No.
I don't understand how someone sits there for 8 hours a day, or like 6 to 8 hours, or even longer. Some people do a day, and just game.
It's a long time.
Can't understand it.
It's a long time, yeah.
I like gaming, love gaming, but, enjoy it. Couldn't do it for 8 hours a day. No chance.
Not happening.
So I don't know why I picked something that I couldn't do, but I'm just
yeah.
finding out an obvious one that
Yeah.
people might think I would do. It's so tough, isn't it? But
It's a very good question.
I don't know. Like, okay, off my the way I'm currently thinking, probably script writing. Be a script writer, probably.
So you'd write stories, you'd write films,
Probably, yeah.
scripts. That's
I
a good
think
one.
so. Off the top of my head now, I can't really think of anything else I'd like to do. Unless the obvious, man, like football players. And, that's,
yeah,
but
I mean,
I
of
feel like a
course.
lot of that's obvious. So yeah, I'd probably go script writing. Man.
Like it, mate. Yeah. As long as you cast me, mate. That's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Did I have any more? Is that it?
What was
Yeah.
the one? We did have one before.
Let me check. Hold on.
Because you have
We can
missed
cut this bit.
one. I remember we missed one.
We can cut this bit. That's fine.
That is cool.
Jason podcast.
But while you're looking, we were. I actually sent Mark the script I have started writing. And you read it, didn't you, Mark?
I did.
Script.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just concentrating on. No,
I think I'm about.
We've got them all, man. We've got them all.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think we're. Yeah, I got about 26 pages in now. 27.
Yeah,
pages
it's
in.
really good, man.
So I just need to keep that up.
It's really good. Yeah. Honestly, I think you have an act for it, bro. And I think continue it.
I have the. So I watched the movie last night, just quickly before we do our last thing.
Yeah.
And it was called Once Upon a Time in London. It's 2 years old. It's the usual sort of characters that do gangster movies, like English gangster movies, British, whatever you call it. And the story made no sense to me.
Not at all.
None.
No.
And I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Like it was just jumping from. So in the space of an hour and a half that the movie is, or 2 hours, whatever it was, there was like 4 different people who were the kings of the underground, and it just quickly jumped between the two, and it was like, this is weird. Like this should be like
odd.
Maybe 2 movies. You know, it's weird.
Did it feel like it was 2 separate movies?
No, it just felt like it was. They didn't know what they were doing. It felt like they just filmed a scene and just then they randomly put them together. It felt like, you know.
Wow.
Which is a shame because there's a lot of good cast members in there.
What was the film called again?
Odd. Once Upon a Time in London. It's like a British gangster sort of movie.
Yeah.
It was just about. I think it was just before the Krays come in because they brought the Krays in at the end.
Oh, okay.
So it was about all the sort of gangsters before then.
I'm with you.
But yeah. Anyway, we ran off somewhere a bit there.
But cool. But that's the question. So thank you so much for sending the questions, guys. That's we really appreciate that. And there will be more opportunities for more to come. So please put them in the comments. Watch out for the Insta stories. And yeah, throw some questions because we'll answer them in every episode we can. So that's no problem. And we want you guys to get more involved. So now headlines, true or false. This is the one that matters, mate.
Let's do it.
This is the one that matters.
Yeah,
now,
no, this is actually for points.
Did you see any of that?
No.
Okay, good.
Sure.
Sorry. This is actually for points now.
Yeah. So I was thinking this, right? We've been pretty bad because we've been doing points and we actually haven't done any forfeits.
We haven't done the forfeits yet.
So I think this is the last episode. So I think what we do, we're going to have to do the one that from Dan's one. You're going to have to do the tattoo.
Yes.
And
yeah.
I think you picked one for me.
You have to wear a Man United shirt.
Yeah, so we're going to have to sort that out. We'll do them, right? We'll do them in the first episode.
Yeah, okay.
Of
season
next
2.
episode, okay? Of season 2 or series 2.
Series 2.
And we'll start fresh on the forfeit.
Yeah.
And I think maybe we restructure it and maybe do like one big forfeit at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe add up who wins every week.
Yeah, okay.
We'll think about it. We'll think about
we'll do that.
Because this way we've missed too many.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Right. Okay. So, first one. These are just like all about the shop, not really specific on one thing.
Okay. Cool.
Drunk woman steals ferry and yells, "I'm Jack Sparrow."
Was that her actual voice? Did you see the video?
Yeah,
okay,
great.
cool.
Very good video.
Yeah, true. I feel like I've seen this. Or I've seen something similar. You're about to say it's false, but I've seen something similar.
That's true.
Yeah, I was going to say I've seen something like that. Yeah.
So you're cheating now. Okay. Next one. Psycho seagull stole my dog from garden.
I mean, it would have to be like a chihuahua or something, wouldn't it?
Small rat thing.
It's not going to pick up a Great Dane, is it? It's fly over a monster dog.
Yeah. If it's true.
That sounds like a sort of Daily Mail. No, what's the Daily Star?
Oh yeah,
Awful 15p paper. Yeah, I'm going true.
Going true.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 out of 2, mate.
Nice.
2 out of 2. What's your mate now? Boris is the man we need, said by 0.1% of the population.
Nah, false.
False.
When he got voted in, he got 50%. That was 0.1 saying he's the guy we need.
I didn't think about that. Okay, next one. You're flying through, mate.
Oh, yeah, look, did you see how he just ignored the fact I got that right? Yeah. All right.
Fucking
it's 3-0. 3-0.
It's lucky this is the last episode, mate. Right, next one. I kicked burning terrorists so hard in the balls that I tore a tendon in my foot. I mean, that is a David Beckham-esque. I mean, the poor terrorist. I mean, fuck him anyway. But
yeah, the poor terrorist.
Must have
bloody. I don't think anyone ever said the phrase "the poor terrorist."
In fact, I'm glad it happened.
No, I think it's false.
You think it's false?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking
true.
burning. I was thinking if someone's standing there burning, are you gonna kick them?
I mean, I don't really know what the situation is in
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Just sounds
What's
a bit
going
mad.
on? But this
Okay.
was a headline.
I'll take that
I
one
mean,
on the chin. Yeah,
fair play.
I just imagine burning and thinking, so, would you kick someone who's already on fire? I mean,
it depends what he's done. I probably would give him a dig.
yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe.
You never know. Next one. Tragedy as body of hide and seek world champion found in cupboard. He hid for a very long time.
False. Because I think you'd get to a point where you're like, oh, they're not finding me, but I'm just going to get out.
Yeah.
And also, hide and seek champion hides in a cupboard. I kind of feel like they got a better spot than a cupboard, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I like that. Well, it's true. So.
Oh my god. How is that true? How did you?
I reckon
That's
there must be, like, he is the world champion. This high, whether that's a thing or not, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But he must have been found dead, like something's happened to him, or
Oh, I suppose I didn't think
so
of
he
it
didn't
like that.
die.
He could have had a heart
He
attack
hasn't
or
just
something.
died. Yeah,
That's what-
exactly.
But that was my exact thinking. Was like, you'd get up after a day and be like, they're not finding me.
Fucking
Yet.
hell,
I'm
we're
going
done
for
with the game
food
yet.
now,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
need a
Fair.
fucking piss.
I should have thought about that one a little bit more. But
That's
okay.
right, mate. Got it wrong.
Dickhead.
Next one, Mayweather. So what have we got? What's your score?
I got 3 out of 5 in it.
Cool.
Just rub it in. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Mayweather denies claims of tax evasion.
I mean, probably true. Yeah.
This is Floyd Mayweather, by the way.
Yeah.
Money man.
It's going to be true because they said he was doing. Oh no, hold on. It's tax evasion is different. You've just got.
Oh.
If tax evasion is different, isn't it? Then.
Well, what are you thinking about?
They were trying to say he was done for not paying his tax, which is tax evasion. It's the same thing. It's just. I think it's true because he was.
Yeah.
A lot of people said, it's going to be no the way you've gone. Yeah. Well, okay, whether that's a headline, who knows? But he was accused of.
Yeah.
Of
The story
avoiding
must be
tax.
real, but the headline is fake. I've made that
Okay.
up. But the story must,
Yeah.
if there's truth in that.
There
I'm
is.
going to give you half a point.
Yeah, I feel like I deserve.
Yeah, I'm going to give you half a point for that one because
he was accused of not paying his tax.
yeah, the story's
So,
real. But
yeah.
I'll be honest, I didn't know that was a real story. But
I feel like I
It
deserve
was.
that half a point.
yeah, I'll give you that. Last one.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
3.5. Let's get 4.5 then, mate. To be the hottest summer yet, said by weatherman standing in rain in Bournemouth.
The hottest summer yet standing in rain.
Yeah. To be the hottest summer yet, said by weatherman standing in rain.
Well,
in
yeah, because that can be
Bournemouth.
true. Why couldn't it be true?
On the beach and that.
Doesn't matter if it's raining. It
It's
could be
England.
bloody sunny the next day.
The summer's
As
coming.
Mark said, we live in England.
Yeah.
And also, he could be talking about next week, for all we know.
Mm.
So I'm gonna say, yeah, true. I can't see why it wouldn't. And if it's
Yeah.
not, it could be. So,
Yeah. What's fake anyway?
Okay.
So
but it could be true, especially where we live, like
Yeah, it's
in
true.
England.
it's
Okay.
true. There we are, mate. 3.5.
I've got 3.5. Okay. So I started well and
You
ended
started
bad.
well.
I took my foot off the gas. It's alright.
It's
cool.
all right.
It's cool.
You're hurting inside a little
Okay.
bit.
I'm about to smash this place up. It's cool. No, I think
Oh,
that is
mate.
cool. Mate, we have hit the basically hour and a half mark,
Yeah.
which is what we were aiming for.
That's what we
as
wanted
a,
to
as a
do.
special.
That's what we wanted to do. Well, I mean, guys, episode 10 done. First series done of the Chosen podcast. We want to thank you for tuning in on Spotify, watching the YouTube channel, subscribing, and just showing us some love and support. We really appreciate it, right?
I agree. Yeah, big time. It's done a lot better than I thought we were
Yeah.
going to do. I thought it'd drop off a lot more, but it hasn't. It's stayed consistent. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Honestly, like, it means a lot. you know?
Yeah, and also for series 2, if you have any topics that you want us to talk about, please let us know.
Yeah.
Instagram, Twitter, comments below the videos that we do. Honestly, we will talk about it. Ask us questions. We'll have the questions in the episodes as well.
And also, just to add, the break is not going to be long.
No.
The break will only be a couple of weeks. Or,
Yeah.
me and
Just
Mark
going
will
to be
discuss
planning
it,
some stuff. And
but we'll do some planning and try and get ahead of ourselves a little bit. But yeah, it'll only be a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be gone for too long.
Yeah, exactly. So from me and Daniel, we want to thank you very much. And until next time, yeah, be cool, and we'll see you for the next episode.
Thanks very much for watching. We appreciate you all.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Nice.